A fat tourist threw a pizza at a guard, believing his money gave him the right to everything. But Lieutenant James's reaction was so unexpected. It shocked everyone around. What happened next not only changed the crowd's opinion, but also the entire atmosphere of the day. Want to find out how this dramatic incident ended? The sun was already high over London when a crowd of tourists began gathering at Buckingham Palace. The city's energy was electric. Children's laughter, camera clicks, and conversations in various languages filled the air. Amid this hustle stood a group of several people, with one particularly noticeable individual, a hefty tourist named Bob. In his hands was a large box of pizza, clearly attracting the attention of passers-by. Lieutenant James Harris, stationed at his post, carefully observed the surroundings. His stern appearance and impeccable uniform contrasted sharply with the tourist's bright attire. James took great pride in his service, knowing he was a living symbol of British traditions. He understood that his role required not only discipline but also patience. Suddenly, Bob, clearly intent on causing a stir, approached James. He laughed loudly and, showing blatant disrespect, shouted, "Hey man, show us some tricks! We paid money to see something interesting." James simply offered a slight smile and continued standing motionless, refusing to engage with the provocations. But Bob wasn't about to back down. He began waving the pizza box, drawing more attention from the growing crowd. Bob and his friends became increasingly persistent. They tried to take photos with James, holding up his hat and examining the colorful pictures. James patiently kept them at bay, but Bob continued to taunt. "Come on, tough protector. Try to catch my pizza if you can," he teased, pretending to throw the pizza. The crowd started laughing, and some tourists began recording the unfolding events on their phones. James felt his patience wearing thin but remained composed. He understood that losing control could lead to unpredictable consequences. Suddenly, Bob decided to cross the line. He abruptly opened the pizza box and, without hesitation, threw a hot pizza towards James. The pizza hit the guard's shoulder, and the aroma of cheese and tomatoes filled the air. Instead of responding with aggression, James took a step forward, his voice calm but firm. "I respect your energy, but please maintain respect for our traditions." The crowd held its breath, waiting for a reaction, but James merely raised his eyebrows and continued to stand, showing no signs of anger. At that moment, a little girl nearby lost her way and began crying, searching for her mother. Observing this, Bob suddenly realized how disrespectful he had been. "She's lost!" the girl cried, turning to James. James immediately diverted his attention from Bob and approached the girl, soothing her and helping to find her mother. Bob stood there, stunned by what was happening, and began to understand the seriousness of his provocation. The crowd, seeing James care for the child, started to support him. "See what a true knight he is?" someone whispered in the crowd, uploading the video to social media. Bob felt karma starting to catch up with him. He tried to justify his behavior to the crowd, but saw only disappointment and condemnation in the eyes of those around him. I just wanted to have some fun," he said uncertainly, lowering his head. The crowd began applauding James for his kindness and professionalism. The video of the moment quickly went viral online, turning James's reaction into an internet legend. Bob realized that his behavior was not only disrespectful, but also contradicted the spirit of British traditions he had so blatantly violated. "I'm sorry," he finally said, standing up and returning the pizza box to James. "I was wrong." James accepted the apology gracefully, smiling. "We all learn from our mistakes. The important thing is to respect each other and our traditions." The crowd erupted in applause, with many expressing admiration for James and support for his actions. Bob, realizing his mistake, left the scene feeling ashamed while James returned to his post, adjusting his hat and once again embodying steadfastness and honor. Bob and James's story became an example for many, reminding people of the importance of respecting culture and traditions. Online comments fervently discussed the incident, with many supporting the guard and condemning the tourists' behavior. James's video became a symbol of resilience and dignity, inspiring people worldwide to uphold respect for heritage and traditions.